So we're talking about making a very strong entry into the final quarter of the year. We're talking about getting our ducks in a row. We're talking about not quitting before you quit. You know, I tell people all the time, don't quit before you quit. Quit when you quit, but don't quit before you quit. What do I mean by that? I mean, don't give up on yourself before it's over. Don't throw the towel in. I know things may not have gone right. I know the money may not be where you want it to be. I know the friendships may not have outlasted whatever the circumstance was. I know that, you know, family and food and finances and fitness and faith and all of it may look like it's upside down. But do not quit before you quit. And sometimes that's what we do to ourselves. We see that something didn't work out and we just forget about it altogether. We see that the diet didn't go the way we wanted it to, or we didn't lose the pounds that we thought we were going to lose, or the business did not make the money that we thought it was going to make. And so we quit before we quit. And I'm telling you, that is not the answer. You know, my friend Russell Simmons always says, you cannot fail until you quit. So anytime before that, you still have a chance. So I want to talk to you about some things that I think if we just start to put the stuff in order, because it's like we have so much going on. We have so many things happening. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to turn. We don't know who to look to. We don't know who to ask. And so we just throw it all in there together. But what I want you to do is to start to write the vision and make it plain so that the reader can run with it. The Bible says that. So I want you to separate these things out, because if you're going to quit before you quit, at least you have an opportunity to see, oh, wait a minute, I can do that piece. Oh, wait a minute, I can do that piece. Oh, wait a minute, I don't have to throw it all, you know, under the table. I can take a little bit at a time and keep going. So I want to talk to you one about finances. Track everything. Start over today. The year may not have gone the way you wanted it to. The unemployment benefits may have ended early. The stimulus check may not have come that you thought you were going to get. The PPP loan or the EIDL may not have worked out. Whatever it is, the job that you were expecting, the side gig or the side hustle. I had a conversation with a good friend, and she was saying, you know, my side hustle, I had everything all worked out. I had everything all planned. I had everything all taken care of, but I did not anticipate that folks are going to not have enough money when it was time to send the kids back to school, that folks are going to switch gears. So we have to always be ready to pivot, but don't quit before you quit. If your finances aren't working out, then start all over. Go back to the drawing board. Write that F down. That first one is going to be for finances. Track every single thing. Take a look at every single thing you spent your money on for the last 90 days. Take a look at it. Take a look at everything you spent your money on for the last 90 days, and then compare it to what you were spending on your money on the 90 days before that. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a difference, because in one season we were inside and the next season we were outside. So now that we are taking a look at what we're going to do to get stronger in this final quarter so that we can move into the new year with power, go on and check some of those things off the list. Scratch some of those things off the list. Keep some of them on there, but scratch some of them off. Look at your finances. Set some new goals. Pray over what you want your money to be every single day. It wouldn't matter if I woke up every single day without a pot to, you all know what in, or a window to throw it out of. I would still keep aiming for my goals. I would still keep striving. I would still keep thriving. I would still keep moving forward. It wouldn't matter if they were coming or calling for bankruptcy, or if they were asking me to give the car back, or whatever it is. I would still keep moving and keep striving so I could keep thriving. Don't quit before you quit. Don't give up on yourself. I also want you to look at your faith. Where is your faith? Are you constantly being riddled with doubt? Are you constantly being thrown off your square because something else came up and it made your blood pressure go up, or it made your heart beat fast? I want you to look towards the mountaintop. Look towards the Creator. Look towards God, and keep your eyes on Him during this season. Keep your eyes on Him. When something comes your way and you didn't expect it, keep your eyes on them. When something that you plan to put together or didn't work out, keep your eyes on them. If something happened at the job and you didn't expect it, keep your eyes on them. If a relationship isn't working out the way you expected it to, keep your eyes on them. If people made you promises and those promises are being broken, keep your eyes on them. If you don't know where to go, what to do, and how to do it, keep your eyes on him. Because I'm going to tell you, when nothing else is working out, when nothing else seems to be going right, it is your faith that gets you to the next step. It is your faith that pushes you through. It is your faith when everybody says nothing is going to be right, when everybody says it's all going to flip upside down. It is your faith that is going to keep you on track. The next F I want you to look at is friendships. What's going on with your friendships? Who are you spending your time with? Who's pouring into your life? Who's taking away from your life? Is there a friendship that you have that you've had for decades and it's draining you? Is there a friendship that you've had and, it's just something about it. Something is not right with it. Whenever you are engaging with this person, you feel lower than you did before you started. It might be time to put that friendship on hold. It doesn't mean that you have to say anything. Doesn't mean that you have to break up. Doesn't mean that you have to, call the person and tell them I'm not talking to you anymore. It just means that you may silently need to say, I've had enough, and then be willing to give yourself what you need to be a friend to yourself. I had to learn that. I was so busy being a friend to everybody else. I had to learn how to be a friend to myself, how to take care of myself. I remember being in a planning meeting with my team. This was at the top of 2014. It was a while ago. And we were talking about what we were going to do with the company, and things were going well. And we had given away scholarships. And then we got on the topic of me. We got on the topic of me actually taking some time for myself. And I started to cry. The thought of taking some time for myself made me teary. The tears actually rolled out. Because I didn't want to deal with myself. I didn't want to stop and sit down and take inventory over what was working and what wasn't working. I was afraid to face, the struggles that I was having. And it wasn't anything, terrible, but I had moved into a new city. I'm in the entertainment business. I'm looking at things differently. I'm doing things differently. And I just wanted to keep moving. I wanted to keep going. I just wanted to keep it going. I didn't want to stop and think and reflect and scratch things off the list. And so let's think about those friendships. Let's think about first being a friend with Jesus, right? Okay. And then also being a friend to yourself. And then look at those friendships that maybe you had put on hold. Maybe you fell out. Maybe something didn't go right, but you really find some value and some substance. Okay, you find some substance in that relationship and some sustenance also in that relationship. It's okay to reach back out and say, hey, how are you? It's okay to reach out and ask for help. It's okay to reach out to talk about maybe a business idea or a project that you may have been working on. So look at those friendships while you are trying to figure out what this next dimension, what this next year, whether it's good, bad, or worse than anything we've ever seen. Start to think about what you're going to do to position yourself to keep going so you don't quit before you quit. Let's talk about food. Now, I have this relationship with bacon. I made some today, and I just said, when I put it in the oven and then I smelled it, I said, nothing should smell this good. Nothing. It shouldn't. It just should not smell this good. If y'all want us to stop eating bacon, stop making it, okay? Stop killing the pigs and putting them, slicing them up and packaging it up and sending it to me, all right? But as long as they're making it, I think I'm going to eat it. I just don't have to eat 25 slices. I would have, Sunday or a Saturday breakfast with my husband, my 3 children, and myself. So it's 5 of us. And they'd make like 10 pieces of bacon. And I'd ask, well, what are you going to eat? Because all that's for me. Now, that's just ridiculous. So I have cut it down to maybe 6 slices of bacon on my sandwich. But my whole idea is, let's try to find those things that are going to not only make us feel good, but that are going to give our bodies the nourishment that we need. So, I love salmon and spinach. I love my cabbage, and sometimes I'll put a few ham hocks in there. I love protein with vegetables and so on. But every now and then I'm going to have a cookie. Every now and then I'm going to have some ice cream. Every now and then I'm going to have those things. I'm not going to cut them off completely. And just the other day, I had steak. I hadn't asked for steak in a long time. I hadn't wanted steak in a long time. But I remember when my iron was dangerously low, I was eating steak 3 or 4 times a week. And I had never, ever been a steak eater. Let me tell you, I was eating prime rib. I was eating prime rib 3-4 times a week, and it just so happened that I found out that my iron was dangerously low. I had to have a blood transfusion, 2 of them, and then I had to be on iron infusions. So what it taught me is that even though everybody says don't eat red meat, I believe that red meat saved my life. So listen to what your body is saying. Listen to what it is, but do so in moderation. Okay, we're not going to have 20 slices of bacon. We're not going to eat 14 steaks. If you're going to go to the fast food place, maybe you're going to eat half of what you ate. But let's start to think about food and the energy that it gives us so that we can achieve these dreams. Let's talk about family. That's another F, family. Sometimes we cannot keep going because of our commitments and our obligation to family. Now, family should not pull you down. Family should not make you be less than what it is that you're supposed to be to pour in. You cannot give from an empty cup. So if family is draining you, it may be time to set some boundaries. We're talking about not quitting before you quit. We're talking about putting the work in. We're talking about putting in the discipline that we're going to need to be stronger, to be bigger, to be better, to be brighter, and to excel and achieve the goals that we want to achieve for ourselves. And sometimes family can be that thing that is holding you back. It might be that youngest child. It might be that oldest child. It might be, your mother. It might be your father. It might be a grandparent. It might be a cousin. It might be a sibling. Some people are unfortunately in situations where their whole entire family is toxic. And I always say to people, don't feel guilty if you have to love yourself. Don't feel guilty if you have to isolate yourself. Don't feel guilty if you need some time for you to get you together. Do not quit before you quit. If you're going to quit when you quit, but don't quit before you quit. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your plans. You might not be able to do all of it, but you can do a piece of it. Do the best you can where you are with what you have right now. Do it. Okay. Now, if you need some help, you can go to asklynn.org. You can go to asklynn.org.